Your Texaco dealer, the best friend your car has ever had, brings you sports news from coast to coast with Tom Manning.
Good evening, everybody. Wherever you are, here's another friendly hello from your Texaco dealer. Well, I promised you a real treat on the Texaco show tonight. It was just 3 weeks ago. We told you about the Cleveland Browns just before their opening game. Next Tuesday night at the Cleveland Arena, our beloved Barons will play their first hockey game. Tonight, we have three of the greatest hockey players in the game of hockey today. I'm going to ask the boys to introduce themselves.
Hello, hockey fans. This is Eddie Olson, left winger of the Cleveland Barons.
Hello, fans. This is Glenn Somore.
Hello, hockey fans. This is Fred Shearer, defenseman of the Cleveland Barons.
Well, I've just told the folks that you're three of the greatest hockey players in the world, and of course, the boys, first of all, we'll get this out of the way. They hope that you'll all be at the arena next Tuesday night. Of course, there are plenty of tickets available. The fellas, I want to ask you about the training. I want to ask you about what we might expect in this six-club league and so forth. But first, you know, in sports, when they raise the starting gate at the horse race, they're unleashing action that's thrilling right up to the finish line. And, my friend, that's just what you're doing when you start out and drive with Texaco Fire Chief gasoline in the tank. Yes, sir, you'll get thrilling action from Fire Chief wherever you buy it, in any climate, altitude, or season. Now, friends, this great Texaco gasoline is 100% climate control for your area, and in each one of the 25 weather areas in these United States as established by Texaco engineers. So, fill her up with Weather-Wise Fire Chief gasoline. It sells at regular gasoline prices at your Texaco dealers, the best friend your car has ever had. Well, here's the most valuable player in the American Hockey League last year, and, of course, he's defending his scoring title again this year, and that's Eddie Olson. Eddie, good to see you. You're looking in great shape.
Well, I feel fine, Tom, but we're having a little tough time getting going right now.
Well, you're known as the handyman on the team. How many positions did you play last year, Eddie?
Well, I played every one, Tom. I made a save there in Buffalo one night in a goal when we took the bar out of the net.
By the way, friends, Eddie Olson is the warm-up pitcher for the Cleveland Browns. They tell me you've got a pretty good fastball, Ed.
Well, I can fog him right down the center there.
And how did you come to get away from baseball and play hockey, Eddie?
Well, my first love is really hockey, Tom. I mean, I got one of those rubber arms. I just fog them in there and they belt them out, that's all.
You were chosen as the most valuable player in the league, and you got a nice check for that. I suppose you invested that in some kind of an oil well or something, Eddie?
Yeah, right to my wife.
Right to your wife, huh? And incidentally, you know your brothers and your family up there at Marquette, Michigan, they called up last year, and they said if I'd say something nice about you, that they'd fill her up with Texaco. So right now, Eddie Olson, I'm appointing you as a committee of one to make sure that they're using Texaco.
Well, I'll tell you something, Tom. This is the honest truth. My brother does sell Texaco up there.
Oh, did you get a station?
That's right.
Oh, wonderful. I stuck my neck out and you cut it off, didn't you? Eh?
That's right. Brother Gordon runs the Texaco there in Marquette, Michigan.
Well, say hello to all the folks up there for Tom Manning, and I think it was mighty nice of them to write to me. Eddie, the important question is, how do you feel about this six-club league now?
Well, it's really compact, and we've only played 2 games, but the way the scores have run, I think it's going to be a dog-eat-dog all year long, Tom.
Do you feel that the teams are going to be stronger?
I do. We played Pittsburgh, our old nemesis, and they've really given trouble already. And I see Hershey come back last night and tried to beat him. It was a 4-3 score with Pittsburgh winning in the final minutes.
You know, here's a guy that I always like to have on the Texaco show, Fred Shearer. Fred, you know, is one of the few hockey players that plays out there wearing glasses. But he is the chef. He is the boy that cooks for the bachelor quarters. And, Freddie, are you up to par with the ham and eggs this year?
Well, I don't think so. I'm going to be rooming with Jack Gordon and his wife this year. I'm going to concentrate more on hockey this year.
You mean you walked out on the gang? You're not the chef anymore?
They all got married on me.
Freddie, very serious. What about, I understand you're going to wear contact lenses instead of glasses. How are they working out?
Well, it was Jim's idea, and right now they're proving pretty good. I think that they're going to help me a lot. They're giving me more confidence. It's just that I haven't been wearing them too long. I imagine it'll take me another month or so to really get to like them.
Well, Freddie, we always congratulate you fellas in baseball and in hockey that wear glasses. your glasses would steam up pretty much in hockey. I imagine that has been eliminated now with the new lenses, hasn't it?
Yes, the lenses don't steam up at all. They just get tired on the eyes and...
Eddie Olson, did you ever have any of his spaghetti when he was cooking for the...
Yes, I don't know why those boys got married, to tell you the truth. They had free lunch there every day.
Freddie, by the way, you're the only bachelor on the club. How come you're a cook?
Well, I guess after being a bachelor so long, I have to know how to cook.
Eddie, you see, the guy's always got the answers. Well, here's the John Barrymore of the Cleveland Baron Club. We've only got 10 minutes on this show, you know, so make it short. What a lovable guy. Glenn Sonmore, the left winger of the Cleveland Barons. Glenn, you're going to return to college out at Baldwin Wallace?
Yes, I hope to the spring quarter, Tom, if it can be arranged. I'm working on it right now.
A lot of things happened to you this summer. You're no longer a bachelor, huh?
No, I'm not, Tom.
How's the bride at cooking spaghetti? As good as Freddie?
Well, I don't think she can hear this, but I'm afraid she doesn't stack up yet, Tom, but I got visions of giving her a couple of lessons with Fred there, and she should come along.
Glenn, how do you feel about the six-club league this year?
Well, Tom, I feel very much as Eddie Olson does. It's bound to be tighter, Tom. Buffalo and a couple other clubs were strengthened by, for instance, Buffalo got 4 of St. Louis's better players, and I think that you won't see any weak links in the club at all this year. I think it'll be very tight, Tom.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is a very important week in more ways than one. The Ice Capades have sold out. The Barons are going to open. The Cleveland Browns are going great guns. And I see that Paul Bedford has a little notation on this week, too. Paul?
That's right, Tom. This week is Oil Progress Week. That's a period set aside every year to remind us of the fantastic number of ways that petroleum and petroleum products serve us all through the year. So many of us think of petroleum as primarily the lubricating and fuel oils that run our cars and heat our homes. But actually, there are literally hundreds of products which we see or use every day without realizing that they're made from petroleum. Floor wax, for instance, and the wax coats on milk containers, cereal boxes, and frozen food packages, wax paper for saving food, and then synthetic fabrics like nylon and Dacron, and plastics for our telephones and our raincoats. During this 1953 Oil Progress Week, I'm sure that you join me in saluting the 2 million men and women whose work, directly or indirectly, plays such an important part in the daily lives of all of us.
I want to get back to Glenn Sonmore again. Say you were married this summer, and tell me about that operation.
Well, Tom, it came from an injury. I picked up the last game against Syracuse in the semifinals last year, and then it bothered me through the Pittsburgh series. It was diagnosed as a groin injury, and it developed into a hernia. And, well, when I found out about it, I had to have it taken care of right away in order to be ready for hockey this year.
Well, Eddie Cohn tells me that you stopped in to say hello to Jim Hendy right a couple of days after you were married, and Hendy asked if you had your operation, and then you said no, and what did Hendy say to you?
Well, as a matter of fact, he was up at the wedding is when he talked to me, and he told me, get in there and get it done, so that's what I had to do, Tom.
Several days after you were married, Hendy had you in the hospital. Well, fellas, those of us in the Texaco family want to wish the Cleveland Barons another championship. You've given us many, many thrills. And as Eddie Cohn, Jim Hendy tell me that you have a good slugging team this year, you can just bet that everybody in this vicinity will be out there at the arena starting next Tuesday night, really giving you a pat on the back. You know, friends, I'm sure that most of us would rather do business with a warm, friendly person than one who is nothing but business all the way. And that's one reason why I always have my car serviced by a Texaco dealer. I know that I'll find there not only top-quality products and expert, careful workmanship, but also a genuine interest in helping me keep my car running its best. So wherever you live, throughout the United States and Canada too, you're never far from the sincere welcome that's always waiting. Yes, sir, it's waiting under the sign of the Texaco Red Star with a green T. That's the sign of the best friend your car has ever had. Thank you, Barons, and good night all.